Russell from the Vinyl Revivers and the Audio Hunters here at Capitol Audio Fest. What's going on, Russell?
Well, we're having a great time. It's been busy since 10 o'clock this morning, and hopefully it'll continue through the rest of the weekend. I basically have every single record that I own is currently on display behind me, and I think I have the largest selection of new vinyl in the whole state of Maryland. I try to focus on more of the audiophile labels, Analog Productions, Blue Note, Impex, ECM, Mo5, Music on Vinyl, Speaker's Corner, things along those lines.
Can you give us a little bit of a tour of some of your favorite picks here?
Yeah, sure. Well,
Put you on the spot.
I'll give you the whole tour of how things are set up.
All right, let's do it.
So I really try to make stuff so it's easy for people to find. So things are all in alphabetical order. I start off in this section. I have box sets that are all in alphabetical order. From that point over to the kind of second to last hub. I then start with one steps. So I start with 2HD, then it goes to Analog Productions, then it goes to Because Music Matters, Impex. Then I have Mo5. Mo5 runs all the way, till the second to last bin. And then we start by the audiophile label. So I have 2HD, American Gramophone, Analog Productions. Analog Productions continues onto this side, then goes to Atlantic 75, Blue Note, Craft Recordings. Then I have some artists mixed in, like Eva Cassidy and Patricia Barr.
Hey, you even have Michael Fremer.
Michael Fremer, I have his one release that he had. I have, Impex, kind of loops through. Then I have, Mobile Fidelity kind of loops around. Music on Vinyl continues on this side over here. And let's see what else we got. We have some Opus 3 recordings. I have some Speaker's Corner. Lynn Stanley has done some really nice jazz recordings. Stockfish is a very unknown line that's out of Europe, but makes some of the Gus recordings. They have Chris Jones, probably is the most well-known. Him and Eva, Sarah Kay, who used to record for Chesky Records. Chris Jones has a song that's No Sanctuary Here. I don't know if have you heard that? I mean, it's a great track.
It's a great track.
Yeah, so that's a good track. And then I kind of end on the label side of things with a Japanese label called Venus, which are all great Japanese jazz albums. So I have this whole bin over here. And then it starts by genre after that. So I have ambient, bluegrass, blues. Blues continues on this side. You got, classical and country. And I've got a bunch of cutout stuff from GRP Records, which a lot of that stuff used to be great back in the day. It's some rock stuff too, and then I have heavy metal, kind of loops around. Then jazz starts. I have some Japanese jazz, stuff over here. And this is all jazz, all in alphabetical order by artist. These are all on labels that aren't necessarily considered the audiophile labels. And it kind of loops around on, and you get some this side over here. And I have picture discs and punk, and I have a few Record Store Day releases, some reggae, and then I have stuff that is not new, but new to me, so I call it first time in. Titles that have been out of stock for a little while that are back in stock. Then I have brand new releases. So this is stuff that I just got in within the last.
Right, you even got sleeves too, which is awesome.
I got to reorder sleeves.
Yeah, I've never seen a place really sell sleeves, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I have inner sleeves. They're currently out of the outer sleeves, but I just got the inner sleeves in. And then again, so this stuff just came in the last couple of days. So I have like the new Doobie Brothers releases from Mo5, both.
Oh, cool.
Minute by minute. I got the new ELP, Mo5, and then it's all in alphabetical order by artist. So it could be pop, jazz, rock kind of mixed in. So I basically have brand new, 1 week old, 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old. And then after that, it kind of starts with rock. So it'll be everything again in alphabetical order. So I got, Allman Brothers, A, B, Beatles, Beach Boys, Beatles, continuing, Bee Gees, David Bowie, loops around, Carpenters, and it's all in alphabetical order the whole way through, kind of wind it around. and it ends in that final tub in the back with some soundtrack recording.
Yeah, look at all this. It's like a record store, mobile record store here.
So that's
Brand new.
that's all of the vinyl that I have, and I basically can get whatever people are looking for, other than typically record store day titles, because I'm not a traditional brick and mortar location.
But we can find you online, no?
You can find me online. I have basically the Audio Hunters or the Vinyl Revivers, and you can email me at russ@audiohunters.com, and you can call me at 301-848-4100, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. And I don't expect people to pay me ahead of time unless it's something that's actually in stock. I'll order for you, and you can just come pick it up and pay for it once it comes in, because for a lot of titles that are out of stock, you know, it could be months before it comes back in. So, and in addition to the vinyl, I carry a ton of great audio equipment. I'm a full-line dealer for Hagel, for Bryston, for acoustic signature turntables, for Kef, Martin Logan. I got a lot of stuff, and I also clean records professionally. So I have 8 different cleaning machines that I use. I also have 3 vinyl flattening machines, so if people have warped records, I can flatten them for them too. And I'm just an all-around good guy, you know?
You are, Russell. Thank you, man. We really appreciate you giving us the tour.
My pleasure.
And we look forward to spending more time with you here at Capitol Audio Fest.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We're here with Chris from Cash for Music. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, how are you?
We're doing well. Tell us a little bit about your setup here at Capitol Audio Fest.
Well, I've been doing the Capitol Audio Fest since the second year they started, and a lot of variety of kinds of customers. People will pay a lot of money for certain things. Other people want stuff that's kind of reasonably priced. But what I do, I sell a lot of secondhand records. I don't sell a lot of new titles, and brought some CDs this time, and it's a great show. It's, you know, it's gotten bigger every year.
Yeah. And where are you based out of, Chris?
Northern Baltimore County, Whitehall, Maryland. Been doing it for about 35 years.
And do you have a store if somebody can't see you at Capitol?
I have it online, about 6,500 items online. And if they go to cashformusic.com, they'll go right to the inventory.
Cashformusic.com.
Yep.
Mr. Chris is located soon as you come down the stairs. So be sure to check him out here if you're at the Capitol Audio Fest. Hopefully you can make it. It's a 3-day event, guys. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and we'll bring more records every day.
Oh, there you go. So
Close.
even if you came by already here on Friday, come back again because there'll be some new merch put out. Chris, really appreciate you, man. Wish you a successful show.
Thanks a whole lot.
All right, this is Ken from Vinyl Asylum. Ken.
Hey, how are you today?
We're doing great, man.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about your wonderful wares you brought to Capitol.
All right. Like I said, I'm Ken from the Vinyl Asylum. We are based out of Stanton, Virginia, just a few short hours from west of here. I have mainly original, what they call OG copies, and of course I have new stuff also. All genres. I have rock, pop, soul, jazz, R&B, hip hop, you name it. I try to bring a little bit of everything for everybody. I've got box sets, sealed originals, sealed OG. I have CDs. We have a little bit of everything. And if you can't make it to the show, you can go on Facebook to the Vinyl Asylum LLC. You can find us on there. You can find us on Instagram or even on the internet, the vinylasylumllc.com. And we have a full-blown store, like I said, in Stanton, Virginia, just a few short scenic route from here. And we also sell every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Whatnot. So you can join us on Whatnot also. A lot of great stuff I sell every Tuesday night on Whatnot. So that being said, feel free to contact us if you're looking for anything. If you can't make it to the show, if you can, make sure you stop by and check us out. We look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Ken.
All right, thank you.
We're here with Mike from Old Man Vinyl Records. Now, you don't look that old, Mike. Come on now.
Thanks, Louie. Well, the funny thing is my son calls me old man, so we had to tell him that he gets credit for the name.
So tell us a little bit about Old Man Vinyl Records. What kind of records you bring here to CAF?
Okay, so Old Man Vinyl Records started as honestly a COVID thing. We were stuck at home, and I said, you know what? I've been collecting records for years. Why not do something that I love and that I can do easily? And I started an online store. That grew quickly to 2 years later. I got the opportunity to open up a brick and mortar, thanks to my wife. She gave me a spot in her gallery. So I got in there and I started selling, and it's been here ever since. So I've been doing great.
Fantastic.
As far as what I sell,
Yes.
you know, it really started that I noticed that I started to bring in stuff that I love. And the more that I brought in stuff that I love, the more that I saw that customers felt the same way. And it's just made life easier that way. I don't bring in stuff that I don't like. And there's not really a lot that I don't like. And I've been learning a lot from kids. I noticed that people my age are all about nostalgia and picking up an old record and say, wow, I haven't seen that in a million years.
Right.
Or they go through the bins and they say, crap, I haven't seen that, or I don't know that one. New buyers, young kids are really, really into it. And it's like, the first ones that I met wanted to put the artwork, the album art on walls. I'm saying, like, why the hell don't you listen to these things? These are great. And you know what? They're buying them. I'm not going to fight with them. And I've actually learned a lot from my new buyers and from the younger kids. They've taught me all kinds of new stuff that I had no idea existed. I've been at it now with the brick and mortar for about 2 or 3 years, and I've been doing great.
And it looks like you have a variety of new and used in all different genres.
You are correct. On the used side, I started out with my own collection at the beginning when I was selling online. And as I went along, it's hard to keep them up to date because I get so many and I sell them so quickly, so I didn't put them online as quickly. While I was online, I got contacted by this guy in the Bronx of all places. You're talking about your folks are from the Bronx. This DJ that was going out of business calls me and says, hey, Mike, would you like to buy some records? I go, sure. I'm thinking the guy wants to sell me like 20, 30 records. I go, how many do you have? He goes, oh, almost 7,000.
Oof.
So I said, sure, why not? What the hell? So Chrissy and I rented a big old panel truck and drove up to the Bronx and bought like 6,500 records and brought them down. That was my first initial stock. Little by little, people call me and say, Mike, I've got records for sale. I bring them in, you know, and then I buy them. So I'm buying people's collections now. On the news side, like I said earlier, I try and focus on stuff that I like. And then I've grown from there to bring in stuff that I don't really know. And I like to have both. I've focused more on the new stuff. The used stuff it just keeps coming in. So I can't stop selling it because it just keeps coming in. So, but I like to focus more on the new stuff because not everybody sells new records in my neck of the woods. Most of the people that sell records down there are used record salesmen.
Well, thank you, Mike. We look forward to hanging out with you this weekend. And if you can come here to CAP, you can come visit Mike yourself and browse through his bins, or if you miss the event, you can go right there to Old Man Vinyl Records, LLC, and shop online.
Actually, even better, go down to Fredericksburg because I prefer them to come into the store.
Oh, okay, let me get that one. Right there, there's the address.
There you go. Actually, that's actually an even bad address, but what the hell? I'm down a block.
Down the block. Move to a bigger and better place. Thank you,
Exactly.
Mike. Really
Thanks, Louie. Really appreciate it.
Of course. All right, we're here with Matthew at East West Jazz Connection.
How you guys doing today? So I specialize actually in Japanese pressings. Everything from Blue Note pressings from the 70s up to the early 80s into sealed Japanese pressings I've been able to find right there in Shibuya. Japanese artists on 3x mice, and then other US artists repressings as well. Japanese vinyl is the cleanest and quietest vinyl still produced to date. I don't think anybody in the world's actually exceeded the Japanese vinyl. So to me, this is the best you can put on your turntable. Anything Japanese pressing, and you'll be doing yourself a favor. Have fun out there, fellow CAF explorers, record heads, jazz heads, or otherwise. You've come to the right place.
And where can we find you? If we miss you at the show and interested, where can we find you?
You can't.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a hobby for me.
Store or anything like that?
This is actually my personal collection, and what I do is I listen to them all year long, and I come back, I pass them on, and when I sell enough, my wife says, hey, you can go back to Japan and get some more. So this is all my personal stuff.
So if you want any Matthews Grails, you have to come here to Capitol Audio Fest and get your hands on these records at the Record Fair. Thank you, Matthew.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, well, the shop is a fairly substantial shop that carries all kinds of music down in Falls Church. What we bring up here is generally our overstock and our audiophile stuff, but this is just the tip of the iceberg of what the store has. We're probably 70% used stuff, and this is mostly our new stuff. But there's thousands of square feet of records that are there, and just fantastic stuff. You should really go check out the store. This is just a representative sample of what we carry.
And it seems like you brought a lot of like high fidelity kind of pressings, right? You got acoustic sounds.
You have acoustic sounds and you have mobile fidelity. Then you have some of the SACDs and gold discs from those companies and others, some Japanese imports. And then it's regular pressings that are sorted by genre. If you walk around this way, starting from about here and moving around there, plus some sale stuff at the end.
So it's like having your own little record store here.
Yeah, very much so.
And most of these are all new, it looks like, or?
Well, yeah, we don't bring the used stuff here just because, there's so much of it and it's hard to get a representative sample, but used stuff is really what that store is about.
And you have pretty much, I even see the nice mobile fidelity Beatles box back there.
Well, that's the entire mobile fidelity collection, which you rarely see in one spot, in numerical order, starting with number 1 in their railroad stuff and moving down to, I guess, August of this year. And it was lovingly collected by somebody in real time who decided it was time to sell it. And it's a combination of sealed stuff and near mint stuff, and a lot of it with extremely, extremely low numbers, if that matters to you.
That's awesome.
So great stuff.
And then you have additional MoFi stuff over here, it looks like.
Right, this is the current stuff from Mobile Fidelity, their one steps, and some of their regular pressings.
So if you're an audiophile, come visit CD Cellar here at Capitol Audio Fest.
Yeah, I think you'd have a good time and you'd see some stuff you might need.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.